Okay, hello everybody. We just got through with a lesson here at Grace Family Church. Pastor Ryan actually gave us a lesson today, and he was teaching out of the book of Exodus along with other areas. But anyways, he brought up Exodus chapter 19 and verses 17 and 18 were included. Now, he wasn't teaching on the Trinity, but whenever I see an opportunity to teach the Trinity, especially from the Old Testament, I like to go ahead and do that. So here in verses 17 and 18, there are two transliterations that the translators use. This is the concordant literal version, and in this version a lot of transliterations are used. What is a transliteration? A transliteration is a word that's taken from the original language and moved into the new language using the new language rules of speaking, that type of thing. So what do I mean by that? So a good example would be enchilada. I had some enchiladas earlier today, but how do you say enchilada in English? You say enchilada. You use the same spelling, it's the same word. What about taco? How do you say yo quiero Taco Bell? Well, you just say taco. What about burrito? Yo comí un burrito. Well, a burrito, it's actually a burro, but we don't eat burros, right? In English, we eat burritos, right? So those are some examples of transliterations. Now, the transliterations that we're using, that the translators use here in Exodus 19, 17, and 18, one of them is Elohim. The word Elohim is the Hebrew word for gods. It's the plural Hebrew word for gods. And what the other one that it uses is Yahweh. Yahweh is the name of God. So right here we see Elohim and we see Yahweh. Let's see how it reads. Yet Moses brought the people forth from camp to meet Elohim, or gods. So they stationed themselves at the nether part of the mountain. As for Mount Sinai, all of it smoked in view of the fact that Yahweh descended on it in fire. So here we have our God Yahweh. In a lot of your Bibles it reads Lord. But our God Yahweh is described as gods. He is described as Elohim. So here we have very clear evidence that our one God Yahweh, or Jehovah, however you want to say it, is a plural God. He's God's Elohim. What do you think? Shine your light.